So welcome everyone. We are going to get started in just a minute or two. We have a lot of people registered for this webinar. I am so excited to get to deliver you this value on converting more leads. We want to give everyone a chance to get logged in. So we're going to get started in just a minute. Laura Anderson already in the chat. Hello, Laura. So nice to see you. If you are joining us, I want you to, for the first time and you don't know about our chat window, go ahead and pop open that chat window and say hello. Tell us where you are joining us from. Hi, Sue. Oh, it makes me so happy to see friends on here. Go ahead and pop open that chat window. The other box that I want to make you aware of is the Q&A box, okay? I expect to have hundreds, there's already hundreds of people on this webinar today. You can see how quickly that chat thing is scrolling. So if you have questions that you would like either myself to answer on the live on the webinar, or I have Mandy and Alexa moderating, you want to put those in the Q&A box, okay? So there is a little icon down there, a Q&A box. Use that for any questions. Mandy and Alexa will answer questions as we go on throughout the webinar. But when there's important questions that they think are really applicable to everyone, they will leave those and let me answer them live, okay? So happy to see so many people logging on here. So for one of the other things that we've been doing lately with our webinars is that we've actually been streaming them live on Facebook. So Alexa, are we live on Facebook yet? I want to wait and get the go ahead from Alexa. Okay, so she said that we're having some trouble sharing it on Facebook, so we won't go on Facebook there. Alexa is a person, Stephanie. I love that. In fact, a webinar I did yesterday, we had Alexa moderating, and someone said in chat that every time I said Alexa, his Alexa was waking up and thought, oh, yep, Mandy just said the same thing. Sorry, guys. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Let me share my screen so we can get into the content. All right, so today I'm going to share with you guys a simple process to convert more leads. If you joined me on our referral webinar, it's going to be very, very similar, okay? So I am going to get right into the content. I'm going to give you guys actual practical strategies. So the first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to go through and show you some videos that convert. We will sprinkle these out throughout the webinar so you'll get to see some people actually using this in their business. Now, I know that not all of you are in real estate. However, a lot of my example videos are actual real estate examples. So I'm going to speak to them in other industries, but please know that we know that not all of you are in real estate. It just so happens to be that most of my video examples are real estate, especially on this topic. So I'm going to show you some videos that we know convert. I'm going to give you a message structure for each step of this that ensures that you are getting responses. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to make sure your videos get attention and to make sure those videos get played with an acronym called tuned, okay? This is actually a common question that I get sometimes on webinars in the chat window is people are opening my emails, but then they don't press play on the video. So I am going to give you a strategy to make sure that your videos are getting attention and that they are getting played. But the very first thing that you need to do before you even press record is you need to ask yourself a question. And that question is, why would this person actually play my video? A lot of times, if your video isn't getting played, you go back to that question and say, hey, why didn't they play my video? But the best thing that you can do is actually ask yourself beforehand if there is a good reason why they would even play that video. So just ask yourself these questions like, will I benefit from the video? For example, with a first point of contact lead response, you are absolutely going to benefit from the video because you are getting to make that human connection and build know, like, and trust right away. But the other questions you need to ask yourself is my message valuable to the recipient? And then will this video actually enhance their experience? And what this does is this sets your video up for success before you even press record, because you are focusing on the customer. You are putting yourself in their shoes and making sure that the video that you are making is actually worth their time. The goal of BombBomb is never just to send out more videos. The goal is to make connections, because when we connect with people, our business grows. Would you guys agree with me on that? I know you do. So the goal is not just to send the video, the goal is to make a connection, but it just so happens to be that at this point in time, where we are in culture and where we are with technology, video is the fastest way to make contact and to build a connection with these leads. Now, we use the word leads. I know that the webinar is called A Simple Process to Convert More Leads, but I want to encourage you to stop thinking of these email addresses that funnel into your business as leads and to really start embracing them as human. Because again, this is going to put your focus on actual connection and not just checking off a box that you responded to that lead. When you think about them like a human, you're going to focus on actually making that connection. So your first step in converting these leads is to make a strong first point of contact. Well, the reason why this is so effective is because it starts building trust immediately. No matter what industry you are in, nothing about sales has changed with all of this technology. People still want to work with a human, a person that they know, like, and trust. And when you are just black text on a white screen, it is very hard to start to build the trust, which is so important in the sales process of any industry. So video is going to give you the opportunity to start building that trust right away. But it already also differentiates you immediately from anyone else that they may be talking to, whether they're analyzing other products, whether talking to another real estate agent, whether they're trying to make a decision about what lender they're going to go with, whether they're trying to decide whether you are the car salesman they want to work with or if they want to work with another dealership. You want to differentiate yourself immediately. So this is our friend Jesse, and this is a website lead response. This is a real estate example, but again, he's just responding to someone that came in off of his website asking for more information and wanting to chat with him. So check out the way that Jesse uses the mobile app to make a really strong first point of contact.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and I'll be more than happy to set up a time for.
So really, really effective because he made a connection. And that is really what this first point of contact is all about. It's making that human connection. Now, the question that I want to ask you all is that if he pulled out his phone and he sent a text message with the same messaging, I'm not available right now, but I'll call you later. Do you think he would have gotten this kind of response? And the response that he got was, she couldn't wait to meet him. She hoped that they had fun in the rain and that she would bring bubbles to the appointment, right? She made a human connection right out of the gate, and it was because she saw him. She saw that he was sincere. She saw that he was actually with his daughter. Part of the problem with digital communication, text messages and emails, is that there's this anonymity that happens, right? You don't see a real person. It's why we've seen such an increase in cyberbullying, because it's not a person when you see a text message. However, a human being saying, hey, I really want to talk to you. I'm going to reach out to you later. People can make a connection with that. Now, you can do this in the moment like Jesse did, but you can also do this pre-recorded. If you have leads funneling in from your website, you can have a pre-recorded video set up that is going to give you all of the benefits of a video response without necessarily having to do it in the moment. So this is another real estate example, but this is her pre-recorded automated video that goes out automatically when people log into their website and sign up for the website.
Hello, my name's Melissa. You signed up for our website looking for a house or just browsing, and I just want to introduce myself so you know who's sending you these emails, who might have left you a voicemail. It's me, Melissa. Just want to let you know if you're just browsing, then enjoy, because our site is perfect for that. But if you need help, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I'm your girl. I'm pretty good at what I do, and I just wanted to let you know who I am. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
So human, right out of the way, right? She introduces herself. She lets them know that she's a real person, who she is, why she's probably been calling them on the phone. So here is your framework for that first point of contact lead response video, okay? So your first step is to use a whiteboard with a greeting or their name. Now, if you're doing it in the moment, you can put the person's name on it. There's Alexa again. So you can put their name right on that whiteboard. What this does is this lets them know right away that this is a personal video that you have made for them, and it's not just something that goes out to 100 people. However, even if it is not a personal video like you saw with Melissa's, you can still put something on that whiteboard that's going to be really compelling that will help them play that. And when we get to the end of the webinar, when we talk about how to make sure your video gets played, we'll go over some more ideas. But a whiteboard with a greeting or their name, really, really effective, okay? The second important piece of the framework for your first point of contact or your lead response video is empathy, value, call to action. It does not matter what industry you are in. We know that this framework works to get people to respond to you. So empathy, align yourself with them. Let them know that you are a real person. You're just like them. Or maybe if you are a lender, you can say, you know, I know how overwhelming the mortgage process can be when you get into it. So just empathize. Let them know right away that you align yourself with them. Value, let them know what value they are going to get from responding to you, or what value it is that you have to offer right away. Just a quick snippet. This is not your opportunity to talk about all of the great things you're doing in your business. Just let them know why in that moment that they should respond to you, okay? And then the last step is call to action. Let them know what it is that you want them to do, whether it's click the link below to schedule a call, or reply to this email with some date and times that work, or whatever it is that you want them to do. Make sure you say that very, very clearly inside that video. And then the last part of the framework is you want to keep your video to 1 minute or less. Number one, we do put a timestamp on there. A video that is less than 1 minute with those, 45 seconds or play 58-second video has a much higher play rate than, say, a 2-minute video. If you're right around a minute, it's going to be just fine, but you want to make sure you keep that video to 1 minute or less. So whiteboard, empathy, value, call to action, and then keep your video to 1 minute or less. All right. So I'm going to give you a script. The reason why script is in quotes is because I do not want you to read a script word for word ever. Now, the script that's on the screen is a real estate example, but I'm going to do my version of it as if I worked here at BombBomb, like I do, okay? And I'm reaching out to someone that has requested more information. So we will send out the slides if you want them, but I also would encourage you to take a picture of your screen. Why do I say that? Well, when you sit down to record your videos, is it going to be easier for you to open up your phone and take a look at that word frame that I gave you, or are you going to want to go digging? So I always encourage you, just take a quick picture of it with your phone, because we always have our phones with us, okay? So here's my example, my version of the lead response script. Hi, it's Alicia from BombBomb. I just wanted to send you a quick video and say thank you so much for stopping by our website to request more information. We're so excited to talk to you. Even if you don't know if you're ready to jump into video, we have tons of resources to help you feel more comfortable about moving forward, incorporating video in your business. So click the link below and schedule a call, and I so look forward to connecting with you soon. right? Super, super easy. You're greeting, you connect really well, empathy, value, call to action, keep it short and to the point, okay? So that's the first step in converting leads at an effective rate. The first point of contact. The second step in this process, once you actually have spoken to them or you have that appointment or they've clicked the link and scheduled, is you want to confirm the appointment. Now again, you can do these pre-recorded and schedule them out, or you can do it in the moment as well as schedule it. The reason why video for appointment confirmation is so effective is because a Google Calendar notification is very, very easy to ignore, okay? A human face looking at you and saying, I'm so excited to meet with you tomorrow, is a lot harder to ignore. Now, you're probably already doing some form of appointment confirmation. So again, I'm not changing the way you do your business completely. I just want to encourage you to try doing video for appointment confirmation. And these are the two best reasons why. Number one, it increases your appointments kept. Just for that reason, because it's hard to ignore a human face. We work with a huge real estate brand that told us when they started sending videos for appointment confirmations for their sales team, their appointments kept went from 58 to 71%, and that was just the only thing they changed was adding the appointment confirmation, okay? The other reason why I think this is so important is that a lot of people actually do have anxiety around meeting a new person, or even depending on what that meeting is. If it's a sales call, they might have a little anxiety over how pushy you're gonna be, or if you're gonna try and twist their arm into making a decision. Sending video really reduces the anxiety because you're letting them see your face. They're dispelling any ideas they have about pushy salespeople, and you get to start to build that human connection. So here's an example of confirming the appointment. This is actually Mandy, who is moderating the chat, but I had her record me an appointment confirmation video for something a long time ago, and I decided to throw it in here. So this is a pre-recorded one. Again, she doesn't say someone's name specifically. So this is an area where you can really, really save yourself some time and have a pre-recorded appointment confirmation so that in the moment, the only personal information that you have to put in is the time and location of the meeting. And I'll show you that on the next slide.
Hi there, Mandy with Next Home, and I just wanted to send over this video and tell you I'm so excited for our appointment. All I wanted to do is also confirm 3 things with you. First is the date and time, which is listed below in this email. Secondly is go over some questions and things that you can have prepared before our meeting. And third would be, if this isn't a good time for you, just feel free to let me know and we can get it rescheduled. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, great job, Mandy. So here is your framework for an appointment confirmation video, okay? The first step is you want to connect again. Tell them that you are excited to meet them. Human emotion is contagious. So when someone sees you saying, hey, I am so excited to meet you tomorrow, they're going to feel that excitement and they're going to be able to connect with that, okay? So that's your first step. Connect and tell them that you are actually excited to meet with them. Step number 2, remind them of the time and the place that you are going to be meeting. Now, I also want to encourage you to always, always put the time, date, and location in the body of the email. You always want to have complimentary text in the body of the email, but the reason why you want to do this is so that they don't have to go back and play that video over and over and over again to try and write down an address or the date and time, just like we do when someone leaves us a voicemail and we have to keep listening to it to get the information. If you put that right in the body of the email, then they can just watch the video, and then they have all of that important information right there in the email. Now, if you are doing a pre-recorded video like Mandy did, again, you can say in that video, time and location is below this video in the body of the email, and then the only thing you have to do is put in that time and location, and then you're good to go, okay? Your last step in your framework for an effective appointment confirmation video is reaffirm the value that they are going to get from keeping the appointment, okay? So we have a real estate agent friend that does this really, really well. He says in his appointment confirmation, I've already started to work on your custom marketing plan. Or if you are a financial planner, you could tell them that you're starting to put together some ideas of ways that they can really be set up for that successful retirement. Or if you're a lender, you can let them know that you are so excited to get to them into this mortgage. But again, you want to reaffirm whatever value it is that they are going to get from that appointment, which again will help increase that appointments kept. So again, here is your script. Again, script in quotes. You don't want to do this word for word. You want it to sound like yourself, but I will give you my example of it. Again, take a picture of the screen so that it is on your phone so that you have it at a moment's notice, okay? Hey, it's Alicia from Premier Financial Planning. I am so looking forward to our appointment tomorrow. I just wanted to go over 3 quick things for our appointment, okay? Number 1, time and location information is below this video in the body of the email, okay? Number 2, I really want to make sure that you have all of your questions answered. So please jot those down and bring them with you. And then number 3, if anything changes, just reply to this email and let me know. I am so excited to get you guys into a better position so that you can start seriously thinking about your retirement coming up. Look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Right? Super easy, basic, to the point. You've got those 3 pieces in there. You want to connect, you want to remind them of where you're meeting, the date and time, and then reaffirm the value that they're going to get from holding that appointment. All right, so your 3rd step in converting your leads at a higher rate is the follow-up after the call, okay? So the first thing I want to state here is, again, you should already be doing some form of this. This is not going to completely change your sales process. All we're doing is giving you the ability to get that face-to-face more often. So times when you can use video for the follow-up, after listing appointments. If you are a real estate agent on the webinar today, I have had a few different agents come up to me now after sessions or when I'm on the road and say that sending that follow-up video after the listing appointment is making sure that they beat out every other agent in competitive listing situations. And you know how they know this? The clients tell them it was your video that really pushed you over the edge, okay? Coffee meetings, absolutely. Send a quick follow-up after that. Networking events. Every single time I go to an event and I walk away with a stack of business cards, I send every single one of those people a quick personal video, right? I hold up the business card in the animated preview so they know it's personal for them. I say it was great to meet them. Why do I do this? Because I know that at every single networking event, they met just as many people as I did. But if I am the only person that sends them back a personal video, I am most likely going to be the one person that they remember best from that event, okay? Recruiting meetings. If you are doing recruiting or headhunting or anything like that, really, really effective for following up after the meeting. Open houses, again, for my real estate agents. I have agents tell me all the time that the videos they send after the open houses is making sure that they get to keep every single person that came through that open house as a client, even if they're not making a decision right there. That video is differentiating them from all of the other agents that they may have met on a day when they were going through open houses. So the last point that I want to make about this follow-up is I told you you could have a pre-recorded lead response. I told you that you could have a pre-recorded appointment confirmation. But for this last step, the follow-up, it needs to be personal, not automated. And you'll see that in the framework, but it really does need to be personal. This is an important step in making sure that you get to keep that business. Most sales transactions require at least 8 follow-ups. I think it's 5 to 8 follow-ups. Most salespeople give up after the very first one. So video is a really, really great way to make sure that you're doing really effective follow-up.
Hey, Robert, what's going on? It's Thomas. Just want to say enjoyed having coffee with you, tea, whatever you guys have. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I think we'd be a great fit for you. I know that you guys have been talking, you and Ashley. I really do not think that incorporating your logo into all of your marketing, website, all of that thing will be a problem at all. But if you need to get that clarified or get that touched up before you can make a decision, please feel free to reach out to me directly. You've got my cell number, I believe, 803.
So I'll stop that there. I love this video. I know it's another real estate example, but he follows the framework so flawlessly that it's so hard to try and use another video. So here is your framework for an effective follow-up video that is going to help you convert more conversations into actual business. And the first step is gratitude, okay? It's science. I'm a little bit of a hippie. My kids always accuse everything I say is that's just your hippie stuff. But here's the thing about gratitude. Gratitude has a massive amount of benefits, both for you and the people that you are interacting with. Number one, gratitude helps you with more endorphins. Who needs more endorphins? I have teenagers, okay? I need endorphins. Gratitude also helps you think more clearly under pressure. Gratitude changes the way that you feel about your day and your job. And the thing that gratitude does for you on the other side that helps you convert more leads, helps you turn more conversations into business, is that gratitude actually increases your social capital. What is social capital? Social capital is a nice, fancy way of saying it gets people to do what you want them to do. Now, that is not the primary reason why you should say thank you. People appreciate gratitude, but it will, in fact, help move people through that next step. So your first step in the framework for an effective follow-up is gratitude, okay? Your second step in the framework for a really effective follow-up video is active listening. This is where you are repeating back something that they shared with you, okay? Whether it is something specific to the business, whether it was something that they shared about their family, whether it was, you guys talking about sports or music that you guys both like. This is your opportunity to let them know that you listened to them, which builds trust, okay? This is a really important step in this process because you are letting them know that your focus is on them and not necessarily what you're gonna get out of it, okay? So gratitude, active listening. And then your third step in this follow-up is next steps, okay? You always want to restate really clearly what the next steps are, whether it's your next step, something that you're gonna do for them, or whether it's their next step, something that you need from them, whether they're supposed to send you something or check on something, okay? This shows really, really good communication and proper follow-up, which is something that consumers have reported that they feel is lacking with the sales professionals that they work with. Quite often, our consumers, after a meeting or after a call, they're sort of left with the, okay, was I supposed to do something or was he supposed to do something? So gratitude, active listening, next steps. I'm gonna give you your script again. This time I am gonna do a real estate example and you've got it up there on the screen. Hey, it's Alicia from ABC Realty. Thank you so much for inviting me in your home today. It was such a pleasure to meet you and Tom and all of the kids. I am so excited to get this house on the market for you guys. I know that you are thrilled to be moving closer to grandparents, and I really think we can get you out there quickly. So like I said, I'm going to send you over some neighborhood comps so you can get a better picture of what's happening there. But if there's anything you need from me in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out. Right? Super easy, quick to the point. Gratitude, active listening, next steps, okay? So those are your 3 steps in your really effective lead conversion process. The first is that first point of contact. The second is confirming the appointment. And then the third is following up after that appointment, okay? So I want to get into the attention piece though, making sure that your videos actually get played, because this is something that we hear from people from time to time. I told you at the beginning that I heard it on an earlier webinar this week. People open up my emails and then they don't press play on my video. So I am going to give you guys 5 strategies to make sure that you get the attention you need, because attention is the currency of sales. You may have the best product in the entire world. You may be the most charming, charismatic person. It doesn't matter. If they don't actually play your video, then they're not going to get to know who you are or the product that you have. So I'm going to give you 5 strategies to make sure that people actually play your video. And we see a lot of videos. We know what works and what doesn't work, okay? These strategies also work for more than just your BombBomb videos, okay? If you're doing videos on social media, Facebook, for example, most of them start to autoplay your videos. So that compelling thumbnail that I'm going to give you the strategy for will work just the same in Facebook, because as it starts to autoplay that video, people are going to see that right out of the gate, okay? So your first strategy for making sure that you get the attention you want, for making sure that video gets played, is name or name plus. Now, you saw me do this here, the Hi Alexa. This is a really, really effective way to let people know that it is a personal video for them, okay? We are psychologically compelled and drawn to our name in a way that's different than anything else. It's why when you're in a crowded room and you hear your name, even if someone isn't talking to you, you immediately look to see where it's coming from, okay? But name plus is a really great way to obviously get that attention. For example, that first one there, the Marish Yikes. Well, guess what? Marish probably really wants to know what that yikes means, okay? Or the Matt one there, she's got Matt, and then she points to it with a lot of excitement. So really, really great way to let people know that this is an actual video for them. And the great thing about the video thumbnail is that this really is a personal video, and it's not just like a personalized email that we've got, which what I mean by personalized is the mail merge field where they put their name in there, okay? We all know what that feels like when you see a big mass email that has gone to thousands of people and it just happens to have your name there. That's a personalized email. It's not the same as an actual personal video. So this lets people know right away that you did record it for them. So that's your first, is name. All right, your second strategy for making sure that you get the attention is details. Now I'm going to show you a few different ways that you could do this. This one, what this client did is he actually had been having a hard time getting Omri to return his calls, answer his emails, to schedule a time. So what this guy did is he actually went to Omri's social media. He saw that Omri was a big fan of gourmet coffee from all over the world. He drew a little coffee mug there, and he put Omri's company logo on the coffee mug. Now, that captured Omri's attention right away because obviously it stood out as someone who went above and beyond to get some personal information or details. Now, if you're not an artist, you don't have to just use a whiteboard. There's other ways to use these little kinds of details about someone to really capture their attention. For example, this is Shane here. Shane works at BombBomb, and he is using our screen share on someone's LinkedIn profile that he is trying to get the attention from. That's really, really effective because when they see their LinkedIn profile there, or if they see their website in that first couple seconds, guess what? They're going to want to know why you are clicking on that. So you can do this in lots of different ways. You saw Omri did that. You could do this with sport teams or whatever it is. Their website, great ways to capture attention. I want to show you one more example of this, and this is our friend Jimmy. What Jimmy does is he actually does these CMAs for his past clients where he actually uses Google Earth to zoom in on their house or on their neighborhood. Again, really, really compelling way to capture someone's attention because when they see their house from Google Earth, they're going to want to know why you are sending them a video of their house from space, okay? So your third strategy here for getting a compelling thumbnail and making sure you get that attention is emotion, because Like I said before, human emotion is compelling and contagious. We react and we connect to human emotion in a way that we don't react to other things. So this first one here, this is Rebecca, and she is obviously very excited about something. Now, this is a 4-minute video, so you might have a harder time getting someone to play a 4-minute video, but in this case, Rebecca does a really, really great job of being excited, and that's a very compelling thing. Or the inverse, poor Kyle unfortunately had to send a bad news video to Steve. Poor Kyle here in marketing sent out a marketing piece that had Steve Passanelli's personal cell phone number in it, and he had to send a very apologetic, uh-oh, I messed up video to Steve. Again, though, emotion is very, very compelling. If you saw that, you are going to want to know what exactly it is that Kyle is so upset about. All right, your fourth strategy for making a compelling video thumbnail that's going to get you attention is the unexpected. Pattern disrupt. When you do something that someone isn't expecting to see, it catches their attention. In this case, it probably makes you laugh seeing Danny pop into the screen behind Justin there, but really, really great way to capture someone's attention because they were not expecting to see another head pop up there, okay? Or this is our friend Chris Brown. This is actually an evergreen video that he uses over and over and over again, and he gets a super high play rate on this video because he's pretending as if he didn't even know that the camera was on, which is pretty funny and unexpected, especially for an evergreen video. So use the unexpected to capture people's attention right away. Maybe they'll get a laugh, but I can guarantee you they're gonna wanna know exactly what's happening in that video, okay? Your next strategy for having a compelling video thumbnail is bring your team in on it, okay? Time is an asset. People know that we are all really busy. When they see that you've gotten a whole group of people together, or in this case, 2 people high fives, the reciprocity is gonna kick in and they're gonna want to press play on that video, which is giving you what you want because they know that you actually really put some time into this. So the high five there is great. Again, the unexpected there comes into play with the team. This is an internal team here at BombBomb. They're over there. We've got Leo juggling in the back. They really brought everyone together for a quick video, and that really does let someone know right out of the gate that they are important to you because you put the time to bring a lot of people in, okay? Now, those are your 5 strategies, but we wanted to throw in one more just because we know that this is really effective as well, and that is surroundings, okay? You can tell a lot about yourself by the things that are behind you. This is actually a graphic from our book, Rehumanize. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should absolutely go buy a copy of this. But we tell this story in there with Ken, one of our clients, who he had pictures of his kids on the wall, or pictures that his kids had drawn on the wall behind him. He didn't even really pay attention to it, but he got a response from someone saying that his video was the reason why they chose to work with him, and it was the drawings that his kids had made him on the wall behind him that actually captured their attention because it reminded them of when their kids were little. So you can tell a lot about yourself by what you have going on. So you don't have to pay a ton of attention to your surroundings, but know that people will pick up on that. Another way to really use your surroundings to your benefit is being outside. Here at BombBomb, we A/B test everything we do to make sure that it's really effective. And we have found that videos that are outside where someone is walking and talking, those play rates go through the roof. So being outside is another really great way to leverage those surroundings, okay? So here is your acronym to help you remember how to get the attention that you want in those videos to make sure that people are playing your videos. And it is tuned, team, unexpected, name, emotion, detail, and then the final S, surroundings, that makes it stuned. I hope that is silly enough to help you remember, okay? All right, so just as a recap here, what we've learned today, to help you really make a strong lead conversion process is your first response, okay? Empathy, value, call to action in that first response video. Your second step to make sure that you have a strong lead conversion process is confirm the appointment, connect with them, remind them of those important details, date, time, location, and then reaffirm the value they're going to get from keeping the appointment with you, okay? Your last step in that strong lead conversion process is the follow-up, gratitude, active listening, next steps. Be very clear that you paid attention to them and what you want them to do next. And then your acronym to make sure that your videos get the attention that they deserve and to make sure that you are getting people to actually play your videos is stuned or tuned for attention, okay? So what's next? First off, if you guys really got value from today, if you are excited to learn more, I really want to encourage you to go check out our customer experience podcast, okay? The single most important thing you're going to do today as an individual or as a team or as an organization is to really deliver and create a top-notch experience for your customers. So we have a podcast called the Customer Experience Podcast. Ethan Butte, our VP of Marketing, hosts it, and he is talking with some of the best in the business. And I don't mean real estate. I don't mean just BombBomb. I mean the entire sales industry. And he's talking to them about how they are delivering absolute top-notch customer experiences, okay? So you can check it out at bombbomb.com/podcast. You can listen to all the episodes there, but we also want you to subscribe in your favorite podcast player that it's easy for you to access while you are listening through your podcast. So if you podcast, you're definitely going to want to check out the Customer Experience Podcast, okay? I love them. I learn things every single time I listen, okay? Now, your second step. If you are not a BombBomb customer and you want to be able to do some of the things that I showed you today, then I want to encourage you to go sign up for a free trial. We have a 14-day free trial where you can give this a go. We have, you'll get a one-on-one call with one of our strategy coaches so that they can show you the best way to implement it into your business. They will set you up with an action plan for your first 4 weeks so that you know exactly which videos you should be sending according to your industry and according to your business, okay? So if you are not a customer, bombbomb.com/next steps. You can go sign up for a free trial there, or you can buy if you want to get started immediately. Go check out our podcast at bombbomb.com/podcast. It's the Customer Experience Podcast, and you're going to get to hear how people are providing exceptional customer experiences so that you can start incorporating that into your business. I am going to take a look at some questions, see if we have any questions that want to be answered. If you have been holding on to your questions till the end, go ahead and throw them in that Q&A box now. It was recorded if you did come in late. If you registered, we will be sending out the recording tomorrow. So if you missed some information, don't worry, it will be coming to you tomorrow. Let me take a sip of water here and see if there's any questions that need to be answered. But if you've got to run, thank you so much for joining us today. These customer webinars are one of my favorite parts of my job because I love educating and empowering. I know that if you guys can get face-to-face with more people more often, it's going to help your business grow. Again, you guys want to make sure you put those questions into the Q&A box because otherwise they're going to get lost in there. Someone asked me to put the acronym back up, so let me go back and share my screen. Give me just a second here. Here you go. There is your framework for your strong video thumbnails. Joe wants to know, do you have anything specifically for marketing for auto sales? Actually, Joe, we do. Why don't you go ahead and throw your email address back here in the Q&A. And I will have someone reach out to you that works with our with Otto a lot, so that you can have that conversation. Let's see what else I have in here. Aaron wants to know, is the pre-recorded video option available on the Gmail extension? Absolutely. Inside of your BombBomb Power Wheel in Gmail, when you hover over the circle, if you press the red record button, it pops up the recorder. But directly above that record button, there is a play button. If you click on that play button, it's going to open up your entire video library, and you can access your videos there. You can also access your video library from the web platform. You can access your video library from the mobile app, and you can access your video library from the Chrome extension. Vince wants to know, when you get online leads, how fast should you send the video? Great question, Vince. Rule of thumb for online leads, I think it used to be that you should respond within 5 minutes. Now I think they've changed it to something crazy like 3 minutes. It is great best practices to send the video immediately. If you have autoresponders going out to your online leads, we can actually you can put a video into that autoresponder. If you're going to make the phone call right away, absolutely pick up the phone and make the phone call. But the moment that you do not speak to someone or you get the voicemail, send the video right away. I send a video after pretty much every single voicemail I leave. But best practices is immediately, Vince. We have a lot of people, we have a lot of clients that would rather send the video first, introduce themselves on the video, wait until they get the tracking notification that the person watched the video, and then they make the phone call. So, but best practices right away. Diane wants to know, what's the difference between an open and a played? Well, we track email opens, video plays, and link clicks. So an open just means that they opened the email, whereas the play actually means that they pressed play on the video and watched it, okay? Barbara wants to know what microphone I am using. So I am actually using a Rode mic. Let me just tilt it this way so that you can see it. This is a pretty good one. It just plugs in via USB. So yeah, Rode mic. And I believe if you go on our website, there is a section that talks about, we do have a place where we talk about some of the gear that we like, and we do have some microphone options on there as well. Trish wants to know, how do you set up an auto response using video? A lot of it just depends on where those leads are coming from, Trish. So I would encourage you to actually send an email into our support team, support@bombbomb.com, and ask them specifically for where you are getting your leads, okay? If you are in real estate and you're getting leads from Zillow or Realtor, we do have direct integrations there, or Boomtown. So a lot of it just depends on where you are getting your leads from if you already have an autoresponder going out, okay? Joe, thank you for your email address there. I am going to definitely get you over to someone that works with Otto. Nicole wants to know if we have anything specific for insurance sales. We do not have specific resources directly related to insurance sales, but we do have a sales action plan that's going to go over some of the stuff that I went over today with some of those scripts and those key marketing points. If you want to reach out to support@bombbomb.com and just tell them that you would like the sales action plan. I absolutely love video for insurance sales. I think one of the best things you can do with video for insurance sales is about 30 to 60 days before the policy is supposed to renew, send a video at that moment and make that reconnection then, before they even start wondering if they're going to shop around for something else, because again, that human connection is going to make it way more likely that you're going to get to keep that business, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Vince wants to know, how do you install the BombBomb add-on to Gmail? Great question. So that is a Chrome extension. So all you have to do is go to the Chrome web store, search BombBomb, add it onto your Chrome browser, and then when you log into Gmail, you'll connect your BombBomb credentials and it should be there. You should only have to connect your BombBomb credentials the first time, and then whenever you log into your inbox, you'll have the BombBomb Power Wheel there. Mary wants to know, what are the expectations for BombBomb to be integrated into Outlook? Mary, we do have an Outlook integration. Right now, it is getting an upgrade. I don't know what the status of that is, but you absolutely can use BombBomb inside of Outlook currently. Again, if you need additional help knowing how to add it on to your Outlook, again, support@bombbomb.com. Let them know that you need to help getting BombBomb in your Outlook, and they can help you with that, okay? Fawad wants to know, is it possible to have the video transcribed? Some customers don't listen or press play with volume as they're in the office. You can use an external video transcription software and then upload that into BombBomb. You can do it that way, but we don't have that specifically inside of our software at the time, okay? Let's see. Oh, David wants to know, how do you use the screen share like with Google Earth and LinkedIn? So David, anywhere that you see the big BombBomb red record button, whether it's in the web platform, whether it's on the Chrome extension, whether it's in Gmail or Outlook, when you press that record button, it's going to open up the video player just like always, and then there's a center record button where you would press record to record a video. However, directly over to the left of that record button is a smaller record button with a broken square around it, okay? That is where you access the screen recorder. Mandy just threw a link for the screen recorder into the chat window there. You can grab that. It'll show you step by step exactly how to use that screen recorder. But anywhere that you open up to record a video inside with that BombBomb screen recorder or BombBomb recorder, you'll have the option to record your screen as well. Let's see what else we have here. So Mark said, well, this is great for those who have actually pressed play to start the video. How do you get leads to actually care to press the start? Without doing that, none of the acronym actions will work. That actually is the reason why that the acronym for the tune works, is because what we do, Mark, is we take the first 3 seconds of your video and we automatically loop it into a 3-second GIF, so that if someone opens up the email, they are immediately going to see a 3-second loop happening in their inbox automatically. And that's why the GIF works. That's why the acronym works. When we went from a static video thumbnail to that 3-second animation, we saw our customers' video play rates increase by about 48% almost immediately. So the reason why that the tune works so well, why having your team or the unexpected or name plus, why those work so well, is because we make that 3-second animation happen automatically, okay? So Mandy, this is a great question. She said, any tips on always being camera ready? I'm a mom and a realtor, and oftentimes I look a lot more like a mess than I do. I mean, a mom than a realtor. Great question, Mandy. I would really encourage you to think about some of the instances where you're going to use video most often and have some pre-recorded videos for those. Like I showed you today with a lead response, or with an appointment confirmation, or frequently asked questions. Record those videos ahead of time on a day when you feel like you look great, when the kids did not keep you up all night and you don't look tired, when you actually had time to shower. I understand all of these. I have 3 kids. I'm a single mom. I get you, Mandy. Record some pre-recorded videos ahead of time. That way you have those accessible at a moment's notice. So if you are in the grocery store wrangling kids and a lead comes in You don't have to record a video in that moment. You can just grab that pre-recorded video from your BombBomb mobile app and send it off immediately. And you've still gotten that human face-to-face connection while you're in the grocery store, okay? Let's see what else we have in here. Diane wants to know if there's a tutorial that demonstrates all the basic features of BombBomb and how to work with them. Absolutely, Diane. We have tons and tons of resources and video tutorials on our support site. So if you go to support.bombbomb.com, right? They'll throw it in the chat window there. My brain is a little bit mushy at this point. This is my third webinar of the day. But if you go to our actual support site, we have video tutorials for every single BombBomb feature. You can search by topic. So you can search Gmail, you can search forms, you can search anything that you want in there, and we have tons and tons of video tutorials in there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here that we need to answer. We're getting close to the top of the hour, so we're just going to hang out for a few more minutes here. Someone wants to know if BombBomb can be uploaded as an initial point of contact with a lead through Boomtown. Yes, absolutely. We have an incredible Boomtown integration that will let you set up a video inside of your autoresponder so that the very first point of contact is, in fact, that video. Paul wants to know if we can stop the video and start it again in the middle. You cannot do that in the normal BombBomb web platform or Gmail or Outlook. However, the BombBomb mobile app has that built into it so that you can actually start a video, press pause, move somewhere else, pick up the video, and it pieces them right together. Another cool thing about the BombBomb mobile app is that it actually lets you flip the camera while you're recording, which even the camera on my iPhone won't let me do that. But the BombBomb mobile app will let you pause and pick up recording as well as flip the camera. Just scrolling through these questions here. So Jeffrey wanted to know if there's a way to pin a video on the top of your phone for a really quick access. Now, inside of your BombBomb mobile app, you can access those videos really, really quickly so that you can send it as an email or text. But the other thing you could do is you could take the link URL for a BombBomb video, if you were using that as a pre-recorded one, and make a shortcut on your phone for that link URL so that you could just really quickly grab the link and throw that into a text message. That would be a way to do it. But I don't know another way to actually pin a video at the top there. Deborah wants to know, can BombBomb videos only be used in Gmail and Outlook? This is a great question. This is going to be my last question. If you still have questions, you can reach out to support@bombbomb.com. Again, support@bombbomb.com to get your additional questions answered. But you do not have to be a Gmail or Outlook user to use BombBomb. You can use BombBomb with any email address. It just so happens to be that we do have an integration for Gmail and for Outlook because those are the most prevalent email providers there. So you do not have to be a Gmail or an Outlook user to use BombBomb. We just have integrations in that area to make it easier if you're already using Gmail or Outlook. All right, well, we are just about at the top of the hour. Thank you guys so, so much for hanging around. For those of you that are hanging around that didn't get your questions answered, there's still a ton of questions in there. But reach out to support@bombbomb.com. We'll get your questions answered. I hope you got value out of today's webinar. If you did, let us know. We want to make sure that we continue to bring a high level of value so that you guys are set up for success with video, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next month on our next webinar.